Hello everyone, I am Felix by name, and welcome to our YouTube video on number sorting system. So today we are going to take a deep dive into how our Python code works and how it can sort numbers based on different categories like even, odd, prime, and more. So sorting numbers might be simple, but with Python we can make it incredibly efficient and very fun. So here is what you can expect from the video. We will break down the code step by step, show you how it works when it runs, explain the logic behind the functions we use and how they can be implemented different. So finally, we'll talk about the real life applications of the sorting system, like the first one as I explained the code. So by the end of the video, you will not only understand how the program works, but also how you can adapt it for other projects or maybe your personal project gains. So let's get started.
Hi everyone, my name is Sena and I'm here to walk you through the first part of the code. So let's get started. So the first line of code says def is underscore prime to bracket n. The is prime is a function and n is a parameter. You can use any letter you want. So this function is to sort numbers that are prime numbers. And so we all know that prime number starts from 2. So if the number is less than 2, it is not a prime number. So the function returns false. So as you can see here. Then the next line of code, for I in range 2 int the square root of the number plus 1. This line of code might look complicated, but actually it is not. It just simply puts the numbers in a range between 2 to infinity, and then the int n square root of the parameter, which is n, which can be any number, is just to simply reduce the counting of the numbers. Let's say you have a number like 100. The square root of 100 is 10, right? But then instead of counting from 1 to 100, you only count from 1 to 10, because if a number has a factor that is greater than its square root, then it means the smaller factors have already been included. So you don't need to count all the way to 100. You only need to count from 1 to 10 and get to the factors. And so the plus 1 is just to make sure we don't miss any number as you are counting. And so if the number is divisible by this integer, then it returns false. So meaning it's not a prime number, so it doesn't get sorted as a prime number. So return false and then return true again to begin the next function. So the next function says def is whole. This function is to sort out whole numbers, and so return numbers that are greater than or equal to 0 until infinity or whatever number you want to sort out. And then the next function says def is underscore natural into bracket n. So this returns numbers that are greater than 0 and then to infinity, that is natural numbers. And then the next line of code says def is composite, which also returns numbers that are greater than 1, so meaning starting from 2, and also numbers that are not prime numbers.
Hello, my name is Martin and I'm here to take you through the second part of the code. For the second part of the code, we define a function called sort underscore numbers that is two parameters being numbers and category. So it checks if a category is even. If it's even, it filters the list of numbers entered contain only even numbers by checking if each of the elements in the list is divisible by 2 and returns it. So the result is then stored in the filtered list variable, and this checks if it's odd, and it filters it to contain only odd numbers by checking if each of the elements in the list entered is not divisible by 2 and stored in the filtered list variable. Then the category is prime. It filters it to contain only prime numbers by calling the isPrime function for each of the elements in the numbers list. The result is then stored in the filtered list variable. If the category is whole, it filters it to contain only whole numbers by calling the is_whole function for each of the numbers in the numbers list. The result is stored in the filtered list variable. If the category entered by the user is natural, it filters it to contain only natural numbers by calling the isNatural function, and the result is stored in the filtered list variable. Also, if it's composite, it filters it to contain only composite numbers by calling this composite function. The result is then stored in a filtered list variable. If the category is integers, it filters it to contain only integers by checking if each of the elements is equal to its integer conversion. So then the result is stored in the filtered variable. Else, if the user doesn't enter any of the above mentioned categories, we raise a value error with a message invalid category selected. After all, we return the filtered list, which is stored in the variable filtered. Because we don't know how long a user may want to use our program, we start an infinite loop by using the while true. So we use the try and except methodology to prevent our code from breaking down if the user makes a mistake. So we welcome the user with this line, and with the variable numbers_input, we take an input from the user by prompting the user to enter list of numbers separated by spaces. Then we create another variable called numbers, which converts each of the numbers in the list entered by the user float. And we know that in Python, the input method or the input function always returns an str value, which is a string. So we use the .split, divide them into substrings so that they can be converted into floats and stored in a list. Thank you.
Hello, so I'm Joseph and I'm here to take you through the last part of the code. So starting from line 45 is going to print the categories available to the user, whether it's odd, prime, even, and so on. On our next line, which is line 47, we have our variable categories equal to this. So the .strip and the .lower are methods in Python, and then the .strip is going to remove white spaces, whilst the .lower is going to convert upper cases into the required cases. This part, which is line 48, is our function. Now we are calling our function, so these become our arguments. And then on the next line, which is line 50, this part is going to arrange the numbers or the inputs into either ascending or descending order. So if not ascending, then the reverse is true. This means that, for example, when we have 1, 2, 3, and then we want the reverse or the descending, then we are going to get 3, 2, 1. On the next line, which is 56, this line is going to convert the floating points into integers and then going to sort them. So in Python, we actually have standard Python data types. For example, we have the list, tuple, set, and then the dictionaries. So this square bracket is for the list. On our next line, this line is going to print the categories based on ascending or descending order to the user. So this part of the code is going to help iterate the program. That is, it's going to ask the user if he or she would like to continue the program. If yes, then it should continue, but if no, then it should print this out to the user. Thank you for using the number sorting program. And then because we use the try and accept, whatever the user inputs that does not belong to the list, then for example a comma, then it's going to raise an error, and then it is going to help the user identify the error. by pointing it out so that it helps debugging or correcting of the code easier.
Alright lads, my name is Bright, and let's see what this code actually does. Let's see this code run. Alright, so I don't know, the car run button. Yes, we'll wait for the computer to do it. Yeah. Yes, my computer is a little slow, so yeah. So yeah, we are here. They said we are prompted to enter a list of numbers separated by spaces. So yeah, we'll go 2, 4, let's go 7, 3, 1, 5. You know, it's very important to obey instructions over here. Like, not adding the spaces like this. Maybe just go ahead and then type 2, 5, 7, and no blah blah blah. It's just going to read this as 2567, you know, but you actually giving it a space will actually like tell it that okay, yeah, so this 2 is actually different from the 5, and it's actually the 5 is also different from the 6, and so on. Understand? So yeah, it's very important to obey instructions. So let's go 2, 4, 7, 3, 8, and then 5, right? So yeah, press enter, and then he asks us what category, like the category, how we want to sort it. Understand? So we'll go with even, odd, prime, whole numbers, natural and composite integers. You know, yes. So from this list, you actually choose one, how you want your numbers to be sorted. So for me, I'll go with even. So I'll type even. You see how I typed even in small letters? Okay, let's something. Even. Sorry. Even. And I press enter. You see how it still works? After I have typed the even with a capital letter, and then here it's actually in small letters, because in the code there was some part of the code that actually made us see the order, and then here this part I've highlighted. This dot lower is actually going like there to convert whatever the user enters into small letters. You understand? So no matter how you enter, the program will automatically bring everything down to a lower caps for you. Yes, so let's go back to running it, and then it asks us again if we want it in ascending order or descending order. So we'll go with ascending order. So ASC for the ascending. Press enter, and then it does exactly what it asks it. And then it asks us if we want to continue again. Yes, we go. Yes, and then we'll use the same numbers: 2, 4, 7, 3, 8, 5. Right? So yeah, enter, and then here this time we'll go with prime numbers. So let's go prime. Error, invalid category selected. Right? So you see, as I typed the prime, there was a little mistake here. I added full stop, which is not supposed to be like that. Like I said, very, very important to obey instructions. What you are saying, do exactly what the program is telling you to do. Understand? So, but we know human beings can make mistakes. Understand? So yeah, as it has you made a mistake, it won't go on to ask you another question that okay, so how do you want to sort it? You want to sort it in. So yeah, it actually breaks the code and then asks you to enter the numbers again, because the category you entered wasn't appropriate. Understand? So yeah, we'll go with the same numbers. So 2, 4, 7, 3, 3875. And then this time we type the prime correctly. So prime, enter. Ascending order or descending order. Here, let's go with descending order, which is GPSC for descending. Yeah. And then bam, there's numbers sorted in descending order, prime numbers in descending order. Yeah, so you can do this as many as you like. This code is actually very useful, and then I think, yeah, it's fun. As you can see, very fun. Thank you.
So finally, we'll be talking about the real-world applications of the number sorting system. And system like this can be used in the banking and finance sector for sorting transactions by date, amount, or account number. It can also be used in the medical records sector for sorting patient records by name, date of birth, or medical conditions. And then for gaming, can be used to sort scores, levels, and player statistics. So this program is a great starting point for understanding how Python can automate sorting tasks. You can extend it to handle larger data sets depending on how you want to use it and what you are using it for. So the possibilities of using the number sorting system are endless. So we thank you for watching this video. We hope you now understand how this number sorting system works and feel inspired to create your own programs. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. And then click that subscribe button. Thank you. I'm Josh, by the way.
If you stop recording.
Finally, we'll be talking about the real-world applications of the number sorting system. You see what you do?
Fabio.
Hi everyone, my name is Sena and I'm here.
Yes. Maybe, but I don't know.